Good morning and welcome to Zanesville, Ohio. We're at Saunders. We're at the open house / garage sale that he's having right now. So let's film a little video. I haven't been here in like 5 years, so a lot has changed in this shop. I'm excited. Show me what are we looking at here?
TIE Fighter.
There's a TIE Fighter. This is the free table that Jane will be running. Get your McMaster catalog, your Autodesk cats, your box of Qualichem pens.
Autodesk.
Who's it signed by?
Signed by a NASCAR driver.
Oh, that's really awesome. Yeah, this TIE Fighter, Machine Money sign.
Good morning.
Explain, what are we doing? What's here? What's going on?
We are doing the first and hopefully last Saunders 2024 yard sale, garage sale.
Purge.
10 years of accumulating stuff,
Yeah.
but also super fun energy already.
Yeah.
Amish showed up unannounced. Phil's here. You're here with
Yeah.
your family.
It's
so
great.
it'd be a chance to talk shop.
Yeah.
Monkey, monkey, monkey.
My son William.
Exactly.
My daughter Jane.
Little firecracker.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sent them in. That was the coolest one, but it didn't feel right to sell it because someone made it and
Yeah.
gave it to us.
Right.
And so I was like, well, we'll give it away to somebody who really wants it. It's on the free table. You got to negotiate with Jane, but it's on the free table. So as far as I'm concerned, you're done.
Nice. These are storage racks. It's so funny, like all this stuff John's talked to me about on the podcast for years and years, and I haven't seen in 5 years. I now get to see. It's looking good, organized. So their core product is aluminum and steel fixture plates of all different kinds. Got the Kaizen foam, not Kaizen, machine foam cutouts. The shop is a lot more full than it was last time I was here. He's got 2 opposing VF6s.
Courtesy of Spencer Webb, some sticker pack for you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, give me the quick tour.
Do the quick tour. So we have 4 vertical machining centers, an identical pair of VF6s. That originally the idea was to do Op 1, Op 2, and that's what we do most of the time, but they also get creative with how we use them. But regardless, these are all for fixture plates. These 2 make the larger aluminum ones. And then behind you, we have our main steel plate machine. You know, it's funny because I think of your DuraVertical and this as probably 2 of the best 3-axis machines made, period,
Yeah,
full
period.
stop. This machine, what we do, like this is steel, and we're doing sub 2
That's
micron.
one plate.
Sub 2 micron step over lines.
Okay.
So you just don't even. And we're holding,
that's nice.
you know, a few tenths parallelism as we
smelling
mic through the plate thickness. It's been, and a lot of that has
beautiful.
been how we work hold and work the material, which is Caleb's job, who might be turning the corner here in a second. And then a little VF3, well, medium-sized VF3.
Last
that
time
does
I was here, you had none of these machines. You had your VM3
Yeah.
and a UMC 750,
fun, yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, right. Well, that's when my dad stopped by the shop, and he was like, "Is this your original Haas?" I'm like, "Oh, that thing is long gone." Like, we just, you know, right size for what we need. This is the unvarnished process bin rack that needs to be.
Yep.
We're in this awkward stage where we have Gen 3 stuff, we have Gen 2 stuff.
At least it's all like labeled and.
Yeah. But we had a debate of, is it better to have all the process bins for a product line right here versus what I think I like better, which would be the Gen 3 soft jaw process bin should actually be right next to where we keep the red bins, which would be the Gen 3, the actual, like a shelf of the material. So this shows that we need to make them. This is one reason why we're buying a Brother or aluminum dedicated machine, because production on that. Mm-hmm. And we've really been printing for Gen 3 these 3D printed inserts so that when we make a product, it just sets in there.
Yeah, I like that. Very clean. And a very nice product it is. That's beautiful. What's the steel?
40.
40, yeah.
This is our new Gen 3. I don't think anyone's seen these yet. Our new turret grip jaws. So we make turret grips, and then these jaws that can hold round parts as small as as like 1 inch to as big as you want. Really.
Nice. And then are these the Williman parts?
Those are
no, you make these on the Haas, like diamond pins.
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think we will ultimately try to probably get rid of the current Haas because the new Williman can take over all of its parts, and then if we, but I still do want a turning center.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But Grant's over. Have you been over there yet?
No, not yet. And the Willy, which is sold and leaving, and being replaced by a new one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some time just listening to this.
Is it running or is this warm up? Running. Sweet.
It's like 5 serial numbers before mine.
Is that really 5 serial numbers
Yeah,
off?
mine's 124?
Yeah, this is 118, right?
Yeah, something like that. Cool. So these are the kind of complex parts they're making on this machine.
Love it. Does it, first glance, like what is it, what looks different? Nothing.
This unit's different.
That's the same?
Oh, no, sorry, this is your chiller?
Yes.
My chiller's mounted on top.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
And then
That's a hydraulic pump.
mine sounds way different than that.
Got it.
Interesting. Mine sounds louder.
Yours is louder?
Yeah. It goes.
Huh. Didn't we have a problem with that?
Yeah, with the coupling. We had the coupling break.
Okay.
Replace the coupling on the motor. There's a fitting.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. Ah, cool. Isn't that great?
Some guys were here yesterday, and it's like once you as a machinist, especially if you've run mills and lathes, once you see this, it's just kind of like, why are there not 10,000 times more of these
style,
machines or
yeah.
this style of machine? Because it just makes so much sense.
So this is a coolant adapter that they printed, which goes right there, which I'm going to add to my machine. It's funny seeing like bigger parts, like fixtures and tools and hangers and holders and stuff. We
It's
don't
like
have a lot
this
of.
rack could be better. What Grant did just the other day that is going to be awesome is starting to look at, as we convert more stuff to puck chucks. I was actually kind of inspired by what Lawrence did with his Lang stuff,
Okay.
where they built like an A-frame rolling cart. So this is kind of a quick
Oh,
proof
cool,
of
cool.
concept.
Okay.
So we can have our fixtures sitting right here.
With like 2 puck chuck pins.
Works
Okay.
with 2 or 1 or
I want like the puck chuck tour at some point as well.
Alex has got a demo set up
But
next door.
yeah, cool. Nice. Gridfinity.
Made these for.
Oh, those look so good. Love it.
You have a saw on yours?
I don't. I have a holder. I just haven't installed the saw yet. I don't think I have.
Who's the saw from?
CJ.
Oh, I don't remember buying that.
The original one.
What's
right.
Is that what brand is that?
Dixie tool.
Okay.
Dixie power tool.
I think that's the one Dennis always talks about.
I always think of Dixie as the thread whirlers that
that's
Rob or somebody uses that we don't.
No, Mimatic is the one Dennis keeps talking about.
Okay.
We use it all the time for
Wow. Oh, cool,
But
cool.
we
Okay.
don't use it for the typical cutting the part off, right?
Right,
It's just
that's
for
what I thought, yeah. So that's like a compliant taper that the top nut will kind of like an ER collet kind of thing.
There's the assembled product. So you spin the vice stop to where you want it, and then when you get it, you would this would be screwed in the fixture plate, and then you
Yeah.
just tighten the ER top down, and it locks in place.
Cool. Just walking by the VF6 and looking through the window. This is a big machine. I'm not used to big machines. Let's see if it's locked. Nope. Interesting how they have all these spacers to put their plate on to be able to machine, I guess, through, get your bolt pattern through. Aluminum plates are being made in these machines. Top big table. Really cool how they kind of sandwich the multiple plates together. We're still stuck at 78,000.
I'm stuck at 440. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't care. Yeah.
A nice artwork up. I love it. Everything's great.
Yeah, we added some new stuff, but then I kept some of the old school strike mark stuff just because, you know, whatever.
Every time we do the podcast, this is my view. Just this, all I see is this.
That's funny, right? That's the different view.
Yeah. So now I get to see the rest of it. It's cool.
Yeah.
So you kind of have the shop split up into two main bays, a machine shop over there. This I remember was more open, just kind of the dirty room, like you didn't paint the floors.
Yeah.
But you've racked it and organized it significantly better.
Yeah, but I still don't feel like it's, in fairness, this was cleaned up a little bit, both for the event, but also because we've been on this kind of focus lately. Mm-hmm. But it is, I'll be honest, it's tough because, look, we have a great shop and it's a great size. We have to be efficient with what we have, but it is difficult. If we have 3 pallets of steel or aluminum show up, you know, it's not easy to move a forklift around. Mm-hmm. You can, but it's not easy. And then do you put, most of the material we keep on the ground, that way we can just pallet jack it. The small stuff we put on that shelf because that can be hand lifted when we run, if we run 5 of those parts, no big deal. Yeah.
And then these are the custom crates you've talked about?
These are the ones that are going to go bye-bye.
Okay, but this is what you have been using for many years.
Yes.
Little things. I love how you have the rack there. I love how you have a picture of how it's supposed to be. Carpet lined, you know.
These do a phenomenal job of protecting the plate, which is, in some respects, the most important part of the job.
So these are shipping to anodizing and back.
That's all they do.
That's all they do.
And they're keyless, toolless, so like the lid comes down. They've got those like music crate.
Oh, cool.
Like racks.
Never seen that.
So I was really proud of these until I realized again they're 300 pounds. And
You're shipping all that dead weight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, a lot, and that's what you pay by the pound on our LTL. Effectively, you pay by the pound in distance, and then they only hold 12. So I'll show you. This is what you and I were joking about as being kind of an inverse pi thing. Because I was psyching myself out about, oh man, how am I going to do this? But I had this idea, sketched it, and then we had these pallet collars. Actually, was going to sell these today, but then I realized, well, I'll keep them just to play with this. I don't think we'll use the pallet collars for the actual version, but I bought a plastic pallet from Uline.
Right.
It's lighter weight, should last longer, not chip off like wood does when the forks hit it. And then we machined some HDPE. So there'll be a piece on each edge, and there'll be 3 pieces along the bottom, which will keep these dividers lined up. And then what's nice about this is we do very occasionally machine custom plates that are thicker, which our current crate system can't accommodate. And this we could pull out a divider.
Yeah.
We can pull it out to clean them.
And you can just make it taller or shorter as needed. This is 2 layers tall.
I'll have so that my idea here is these hinges will hold a lid that'll be on each side, and then these will actually fall down. That way, think of it as this panel here. That way, when this falls down, you can grab the shorter plates without having to reach in, just like creature comfort.
I like it.
Similarly, we just bought this thing, so now when we do freight palletizing and order packing, we just put the pallets up on this, and you're working with the pallet up here instead of bending over, and then you can wheel this around as needed.
All right. Let's see the grinder real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And then show starts in 5 minutes. As I like to say, it's Longines the clock.
What is that? Oh, that's your
Watch brand. We have the same one?
I think it's literally the same model, right?
Literally, yeah. Except I've never touched ours.
In fairness, I'm the only one
Right.
who's ours.
Which is great.
Yeah, it works.
I think we have the same chuck, the fine pole.
Yeah, I thought the magnet poles were going to go this way.
Oh.
Oh well.
Does ours? I don't even know. Angelo, tell me. I don't think so.
What I really like about it is that it has this feature. Actually, this might be the one thing that's unusual that we got was the table height feature. So for all intents and purposes, our Z0 is the chuck face, and that should never change.
Right.
Like, yes, of course, you may need to redress the chuck, blah, blah, blah. But it always remembers that. So when I want to grind a 1.93 inch part, I just set it on here, type in 1.93 and hit go, and it knows. Versus apparently everybody else in the grinding world always touches off to find their datum.
And then it goes down from
which
there?
To me is
backwards.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what?
Because this has auto dress, table mounted auto dress.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why?
Yeah.
So it must have calibrated the distance between tabletop and diamond top.
No, the diamond is irrelevant for this purpose. The tabletop's all that matters. When it dresses, it auto comps that distance, yes.
Yeah.
But you basically take a known object. So like we grind something in, we can measure it with our new Herman
Schmidt, I want to see this.
And so, and you can fudge it a little bit. Like if you were saying, okay, I feel like it's grinding a tenth lower than I want, I'm going to bump that 1/10. But it's WYSIWYG. Like what you see is what you get on the grinder.
Yeah.
Like it's not flexible like a machine tool with carbide tooling and all that. Like if you want something that's within a tenth, it's pretty much going to give that
does
to
it?
you.
Yeah. Excellent.
Line for our own event.
We're in line. Bunch of people lined up, all right. Morning, Bob.
John and John show is engaged. Hey, how you been? Hey, we need to get your stuff over. Sorry, we're slacking. We'll pull it over right now.
Oh, that's fine. You find any good stuff?
Oh yeah.
This is the cold gun thing?
Yeah, I
cool.
use these on service grinder at work.
Really?
And, it works pretty well. It's actually a nice trick for pulling down a part.
I like
you know,
it.
Instead of waiting so long in between passes.
Yeah.
So yeah, thought I'd give it a try.
Cool. So it's basically Saunders getting rid of all the old good or not good stuff that they don't need anymore, including both these training machines are also for sale. Liquid 10 probe data logger. That actually sounds really interesting. A Canon. Ooh, industrial chiller. Got a whole Shapeoko here. Chip ins, chip ins, chip ins. Well, this is the optical comparator. This is the William. I like the not for sale sign on Johnny 5.
Johnny 5.
Is it alive?
Not for disassemble because
Do not disassemble.
Because in the movie they disassemble.
Yeah. For a size of scale, it's a William size. Now there's a neat solution for how to mount your dust deputy on top of a garbage can or a vacuum. You make a bracket. Black Fox Machining, right?
Yeah, Black Fox Machine.
Check it out. He's got the Snex Super Lock, but hyper modified with a magnet in it to actually make it kind of semi-auto. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. So the magnet kind of creates that detent, and this Super Lock kicks it out as well. That's super cool. This is Darkness. Designed by our buddy Rob Lockwood in Seattle, machined by Amish. And Rob's been working on this for like a decade. It's so cool to finally see them. So like you unscrew it, it's hard to do one-handed. And then the blade can come up and there's actually little detents there to fix your distance so that your blade can, fix. And it's just stunning. It's kind of 3D machine, tessellated surface. It's awesome. Packaging turned out cool. Printed insert says Darkness.
Which had to have been sitting on this thing for like 3 months.
Love it. I'm looking at these two things. And a linear stage. I don't know why I need it, but I kind of want it. I think the two of these combined could make some cool measuring device. I have heard that there are clear path servos here. Oh, there we go. 20 bucks each? Yeah, I'm buying these. These are mine now. Sick. I have projects for that. What is this? It's like a little coolant pump. It's our Kern and Speedio. Bob brought some goodies. Some classics. Number 37 from 2012. Some really cool stuff in there. And I don't even have one of these. I haven't seen this yet. But Tuck's Garage designed this. Spot for a Norse Rask there. You have a Norseman on you?
Here you go.
Oh yeah, obviously. They're all right here.
It doesn't fit the early round pivots.
Really?
It's real tight.
Spot for a pen, spot for notebooks, spinner or coin or whatever. These are just cool. I need one of these. It's awesome.
Sorry, yeah, totally. So this is the manual. It's not
Alex.
Believer, is it? You don't, for some reason, I thought your manual version was.
We've got a foreign customer here with a question.
So we got Amish from BC, Phil from BC,
Louder and slower. He isn't speaking. He's just using. Yes.
and Alex from here.
When this is in here, it's a little bit. So it is loose because it's sitting up on the O-ring.
I thought so.
That's what's causing me. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool.
That's one of those Dennis Rathie special devices.
Is this the? Okay, we were looking at the name. Did you grind it off? It didn't come with it.
I wouldn't obfuscate the name. Two of those eBay shipped. Two shipped for $98.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have one of the slightly bigger ones, but
I can't find a bigger one.
I got one on Amazon.
Let's see.
That would fit the cake.
But I was saying,
Right? They're like super sweet.
this, I would use this setup a lot. I would use these and this a lot with the
You
stuff
would?
I do for these. Yeah,
Get you hooked up then.
with like the black stuff. Yeah. Because because we can take the stuff off. Because right now I'm dovetailing, just like wooden dovetail. I would just leave it in that, and this can fit in my oven.
All right, Alex, give us the pitch.
Give you the pitch.
Sell puck chuck.
Somebody turn my air off. Oh, that's the worst pitch I've ever heard. Come over here, guys. All right, cool. So this is our puck chuck pneumatic 0-point system. We also have one of our beta units of the mechanical version, but this is a spring locking pneumatically opening 0-point system, which means that you won't lose clamping force if you were to, say, machine through an airline, like I've never done before. So the idea is these are clamped in place. They use these pull studs on the bottom. So we have a few different versions. There's a locating and a diamond style, and then we have this clearance one as well. So those locate off of this dual contact taper here. And on the pneumatic versions, looks like that. You have the 3 jaws that open and close like so. And so it locates off of this and this outer Z reference surface. That seal keeps chips and coolant from going in and out. And then swapping your pallets, vices, whatever is as easy as dropping it in place and clamping. Same thing with this bigger fixture. So this uses 4 pull studs.
Oh wow! Look at
Comes
that.
right off and then drops in place, falls in, clamp down, and then I can pick up this entire table
Yep.
just from that pallet. So rock solid repeats within 2/10 as we've seen so far. So really going well.
Nice little kit with the laser foam and everything. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Good pitch.
Thank you. Screw start, but you're also moving the screw start out by the thread pitch. So there's no way to properly orient this without playing with your thread start on the pallet. So we're moving to a version that uses an M10 screw that just goes through. So these all have through holes, which lets you clock them however you want, and then tightens from this end with a screw. I had to find some fancy low-profile screws for that, but I found them. So you will be putting these under just the bolt right there.
Yeah, by far Alex's house probably far more than mine, but like the details on the mechanical one and the details on the studs have been the hardest part. Like Alex killed it. The automatic, we kind of like nailed it. Like very little iterations. It worked quite well.
I mean, the biggest thing that has changed is our assembly process for getting this dual contact solid. But this design has not changed a ton from our first pen and paper design, which has been good. The mechanical one is still in progress. With the non-hardened studs, that post digs into these a little bit, and it can actually drive further than it should. And so if that post hits the round cylindrical part, it will just kick this up a little bit, and you'll only see reference on one side. So getting that, as well as machining this in within an acceptable amount, has been the big trouble. So we're hardening these now, which solves one of those problems. And then once we have the pull studs figured out, we should be rolling pretty well with these. The nice thing about this is, because you're always pushing this to one side, your repeatability is just going to be half whatever your bore tolerance is right there.
For the manual one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like the manual one should do well for both like the hobby tool knock or whatever, but then also anybody who's just running one on a 4-axis or whatever doesn't need that. Yeah.
And they're interchangeable pull studs, right? Like everything's.
Yes.
So bench mounted, you'd have this for setup and whatever, right?
Yeah, so the idea was, because we could make this much smaller, thinner, which is kind of like the Royal has a Z-Lock 0-point system. It's a similar, just a 1-inch thick, round 0-point base. So we could make this thinner, but the idea was it's the same form factor. They use the same base plate, and then the puck is the same size and shape, so that if somebody wants to buy in at these for ballpark half the price of these, but we haven't figured that out yet. And then a year down the road, they want to upgrade it to direct swap this to the pneumatic version.
That's really cool. Yeah. So those go into a Saunders fixture plate, vacuum routing, so that they're nice and clean. Looks like the show was a massive success. The tables are a lot emptier. Pretty much everybody's left. A lot of stuff went. I'm really happy for them. All right, so this is my haul. I got a little granite base with a stand on it, linear stage, 2 ClearPath motors for $20, and the piece de résistance strike mark target. This is Saunders' first product to market. Self-resetting rifle target. I turned it off. The switch is pretty bad. I can replace that switch easy. And these things are what, 12 years old? Like
14 years
14?
old. Yeah.
And then just plink.
Yeah, I mean this one's been shot a ton with a 3.8. That was a 308 and a 338 with Bua, and they just take a beating, keep going.
And it's made of AR 500 armor plate.
Yeah, but you can even see like where the shots erode.
Yeah.
The shrapnel like erodes the.
And like the front splash guard where they go down. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Fake photos out.
All right, wrapping up the open house. These are 3 of my closest friends in the whole wide world, and they all live very far away from me.
But I'm the only American right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Careful.
So how was the show, guys?
It's great. Yeah, it was awesome.
First time you saw Saunders, the shop?
Yeah, never seen Saunders before. Never.
Yeah, first time at the shop's great. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Second time in Ohio. First time in Zanesville.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, my pleasure.
You guys got rid of a lot of good stuff. And
Yes, stuff was sold. It was fun. Thank you for coming down.
Absolutely.
I knew Phil was coming. I did not know Amish was coming, and he just walked into my office on Friday afternoon, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's always fun for a good surprise.
yeah.
Thanks for
Had
not
fun.
inviting him.
Had a good hike with the kids on the farm
That's
today.
wonderful.
Shot some guns. Yeah.
The kids played. Everybody had a great time. Turnout was awesome. A lot of cool machinist chatter. Like that's the fun part of these kind of things. You get a great group of people together, and everybody has fun.
Found out there's 3 Kerns like 40 miles from here.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah. Zach's got some good stuff.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So,
Thanks.
Anything else?
Thank you everybody who came. It was great. Like some familiar faces, some new faces. Tis fun.
Yeah. Great. So thanks for having us, and later.
What?
Yeah.